Hey, all you StarCraft 2 fans, pearlwitleBB here from Pearl StarCraft with another game to cast for you guys today. I just realized that this was the game where my music was blasting in my ears and my headset, and I was loading the game and I thought I could alt tab out fast enough, turn the music off, but I couldn't quite get back in the game fast enough, so I have about a 7 or 8 second disadvantage. That he told his drones to mine right at the beginning, and I waited 6 or 7 seconds. So don't do that. Turn your music off before the game if you're going to turn it off. Don't try to do it when the load screen's up. So the matchup is a PVT, or a PvZ, sorry, on Tal'darim Altar. He's going for a 7 pool, and I am not Forge expanding because I still have not figured out the Forge expand build very well. I've tried it a couple times and I keep dying. Whether that be to a 7 pool like this, or I don't get the build very well. Like I know I've seen pros do it, and I know it's really good, and I'm working on it, but I haven't gotten it there yet. So yeah, I'm just going in for a normal wall-in on Tal'darim Altar, which is actually really annoying because this isn't quite the right size, and when you try to wall it in with a 2 big buildings, it doesn't quite do it. There's like too big of a hole that your zealot can't quite close in all by himself. So actually, I think I might have found a sweet spot here. Normally there's too big of a hole, but that looks like it's pretty good. My cyberkinetic score should be able to finish that. I do see the 6 pool with my scouting probe, so there's several things you can do here. I am deciding to go put down a forge right now. You can also put down another gateway and wall this in completely. But normally, if they scout you first, they're going to get in before your zealot can get out to defend, and then you're basically screwed. That probe did get stuck on the outside there. Didn't mean to have that happen, but I just decided maybe that's for the best. I might be able to bring him over here and warp in pylon, maybe get a flank on some units that are trying to like siege me in, or maybe just build the Nexus faster than I normally would before I have to kill down this pylon to let another probe get out to build that. So his lings are scouting over to the they went all the way to the middle of the map before the drone scouted here, realizing that I was in this spawn location, so they'll come over here. My cannon's already on the way. I know I'm pretty safe, and I'm putting down my cyberkinetic score because basically this is not going to work. One thing he is doing here that's pretty stupid is he's targeting the gateway, which obviously killing the gateway would be more important than killing the forge because the gateways can build units. But if you look at the health, the forge has 200 less health, 100 less shield, and 100 less hit points, and he got this gateway down to 208 hull. So if he'd done all that damage to the forge, it would have had 8 health left, and then he easily could have brought the rest of these lings in, busted the forge down. Maybe not have killed the cannon, especially because the zealot would have gotten out uncontested, but he would have been in my base with lings, which I mean would be better than the situation he's in now, which is he has 6 lings outside my base, and he's droning up, and it looks like he's sending a drone out to take his expansion. He does obviously know that he's not really going to break this in without, he could go for a baneling bust and break this gateway down pretty easily, considering that only take 2 or 3, maybe about 4 or 5, but 4 or 5 banelings to bust that. Then I was smart enough to wall this in just in case that would happen. So I have a pretty good wall in right here for many baneling busts kind of things. I should probably send this zealot out here. Zealot, sorry, I have a habit of calling it a zealot. It's bad. It's not a zealot, it's a zealot. So I should have this zealot out here, spotting for any banelings that might be morphing. He does have a couple lings right here that are just making sure I'm not taking my expansion right now. Basically just scouting me, not really meant to put on any pressure. So I am going for a 4-gate behind this, which is really safe because I have the option of going 4-gate, getting my gateway or my warp gate technology out, and then killing this pylon and taking this expansion. Or I can do that and instead of taking this expansion, just go with pressure on him. Or I can do a third option, which is take the expansion and put pressure on him, which you won't be able to get quite as many units, but it'll force him to not drone so hard, and he'll have to build a lot of roaches, a lot of lings, a lot of spine crawlers, something like that, to stop you. And behind that, you can probe up, and if you don't kill him there, which is very likely, at least you'll do some economic damage, if not some actual. I mean, you might get some direct economic damage where you actually kill probes with your units, but maybe he'll fend you off. But at least you'll make him build units instead of drones, which in the late game will help you out a ton. So I am building 2 more pylons here. I'm building 2 more pylons here because I know I'm about to kill this pylon, and I don't want 1 pylon powering all these buildings, because that'd be the biggest Artosis pylon ever. If it came with like mutos or something and just snipe this 1 pylon, all this gateways attack, my forge, and my 2 cannons all be unpowered, which would be really bad. So I am scouting around with the Zealot a little bit right now. Ceilings are here. The Lynx don't have speed yet, so they're not really able to surround the Zealot. I'm just poking out and coming back to the safety of my cannons and my stalkers. I am morphing my gateways right now, and I am killing off that pylon. Make sure you don't supply block yourself. That would just be really silly before you kill that pylon. And I am getting the +1, which I can do rather easily because I do have a lot of gas. Yes, because I didn't go for the sentries, which I normally go for, because I'm going for the option where I expand and then go put some pressure on him. Now what you want to do here is you want to make him, I mean, normally if you just went, he would put up a bunch of economic stuff, and I mean, he'd put, not economic stuff, defensive stuff. Like he'd put up a bunch of spine crawlers, build a bunch of roaches, a bunch of lings, something like that. And you probably wouldn't be able to do any damage to him. I mean, you would do the indirect economic damage, but you wouldn't do any direct economic damage, which is much more effective. So I am actually waiting back here for about 1 more extra warp in, which basically right now, he thinks I'm bluffing. He thinks I'm not really attacking, because he thinks if an attack came, I wouldn't have waited here, and I would have just gone, which would have been better, because I would have obviously gotten there sooner, and he would have had less time to build spine crawlers. But see, right now he doesn't even think I'm attacking him. He's not building spine crawlers. He's putting down 2 Evo chambers, and now he's like, oh crap, you're right there. And he's putting spine crawlers down. These things are 50 seconds, they're 45 seconds away from finishing. My stalkers are already at his front door. So I do see this, and I'm basically chuckling to myself to basically have this game in the bag now. That he doesn't really have very much defense. I'm picking off all the spine crawlers. He's not even canceling them. He's losing 100 minerals instead of only 25. And then a drone on top of that, so it's really 150 minerals. So he is forced to pull a bunch of drones here. Not the best force fields. I did reduce the surface area a little bit of the drones. What I should have done is just blocked off all the roaches, killed all the drones, and then maybe either pulled back or fought the roaches. I mean, it didn't really matter. Not the best path for me to choose there. That sucker taking a couple more hits than he should have. But I do realize that he did waste a lot of mining time. He has no drones in his main right now. He's got 1 drone mining gas. He just a random spine crawler that's not going to do anything. He needs that at the front. So he's deciding to push out his roaches. Not really sure what he's doing there. He knows I have a ton of stalkers. I thought we had more force fields, and I did try force one all off the ramp, but I only hit 1. So yeah, don't push out with your roaches if they don't have speed, especially when your opponent's army is bigger than yours. So he's fighting with his queens and everything here, and there's no queen in the main. I think she already died. All these roaches look to go down. The spine crawler's barely half done. I mean, I have 8 stalkers in his base, 7 stalkers. He's forced to pull probes again. I'm killing them. I'm focusing on the spine crawler because it's obviously really good. Another stalker, 2 stalkers going down there, but 4 more reinforcing. Behind this, I am mining from my second base a little bit. I should be droning up pretty hard. But it didn't even matter because I just killed him. These stalkers are going to beat these roaches rather easily, and that's going to be GG because all he's left to fight with are these probes, and those are his last, or drones, those are his last drones. So he does GG out of the game. His name was War Champ. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning. So yeah, I mean, 7 pool is a pretty good build on Tal'darim Altar against Protoss because most of the time at my level for Protoss will Forge expand, but I don't do that because I don't know how to do it yet. So my build was pretty good against his. So yeah, that's basically the reason I won the game. It was kind of a build order loss because he didn't really know, he didn't have very good scouting, didn't send his links right to my base. And when he got there was already a cannon building and a wall in. So yeah, so if you guys like these videos, definitely subscribe to my channel. Oh, and if you guys want me to cast any your replays, which I will totally do, send them to pearlstarcraft@gmail.com, and I'll take a look at them, and if they're cool, I'll definitely cast them. Just make sure to note which one you are so I can root for you, because I'll definitely root for the Pearl StarCraft fan. So I'll see you guys next time.